Hey guys, so I thought I'd post a video of what I've been up to. It hasn't been crafting. It's been out here in, I don't know if I should call it a garden because I'm not really planting anything in the ground. So I made this a couple weeks ago. It's just the very edge of our property. You know, we have a communal driveway that's 2 blocks long, and this is it. The very edge of ours, and I bought the bricks, and I stole some rocks that me and my mother have been hauling back from the river. And Chewy, come on. They are gonna see your footprints in their new dirt. Come on. Come on. Come on. He just wants to play in their dirt all the time. And I'm not sure how well this video is going to turn out because of the lighting outside. I can't hardly see the screen, and it's kind of a wish-washy day today. I wanted to film somewhere around the 4th, but I couldn't because of my neighbors and my family. So, anyways, I kind of made a rock garden-ish here, with potted plants, and, the reason why I did potted plants was because we can't hardly plant in the ground here. It's really hard. It's foresty, so that means there's roots everywhere. So, you know, even in plantable soil back here, you know, away from the shore of our lake, we still can't really, it's really hard to plant back here unless you really want to break a sweat. Chewy, get back over into our yard. Chewbacca, come on. Come on. Chewy. You're wasting time, dude. You could walk a little bit faster. So I figured, anyways, I thought I'd show you what I've been working on. Another reason why we did planters was we're not certain on our living situation. We thought we had found a solution that everyone could agree on, but this 4th of July raised some issues that either are going to be worked out or are not going to be worked out, and I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money and fall in love with all my new plants and then leave them behind. So, yeah, so I'm gonna move the tripod the best I can. And like I said, I don't know how well this video is gonna turn out. So you can see over there, that's a sunflower. It's still a baby sunflower, but it's a mammoth sunflower. I've still got a couple more I need to plant, but I don't know where to plant them. And I don't know if I'm staying here. So I've been giving away as many as I can, but I've still got a few left over. And that cement planter has strawberries in it. I think they're just I planted some everbearing strawberries in there, and then there's a couple strawberry plants that are like 15 years old that keep coming back, and their strawberries were so misshapen, and you can't eat any of them because they're just, you know, they're not good quality. But I can't bring myself to dig up any live plants, so the flowers still serve a purpose. You know, they still produce pollen, which feeds the insects. So that's good. And I've also got a primrose tucked in there. And I had just planted it when I got it several months ago. Because, I didn't, at the time, I didn't have this little garden and I didn't have anywhere to plant it. Okay, so Suppose I should zoom out. I've got where's my stick? Another pot there with strawberries. Those have, I think they have a everbearing and a white strawberry in that. This is a pussy willow tree. I'm not a huge fan of pussy willow trees because they make a mess, and when the pussy willows go to pollen, they look incredibly ugly. But this pussy willow tree produces black pussy willows, supposedly. So, Mom had to have that. We had a pussy willow tree back at our old house, but, yeah, we couldn't dig up a 20-year-old tree, so, and bring it with us. It was hard to leave our pussy willow and our maple behind, but, I don't know if I can get I'm sure most y'all know what a pussy willow looks like. And there is chicken wire over my strawberries because we've got deer here and they really enjoy strawberries. And I have had my strawberries eaten down to the roots like 5 times since we moved here, but they just keep growing back. The strawberries are amazing. And then this is a pot of herbs. There's dill, and I think, looks like parsley, oregano, and there's something else in there. I don't know. My mom brought these dried out little half-dead herb pots home from a client. And let's see if I can point it back. Oh, the pussy willow's in the way. It's in the way. I put my camera on my tripod because if I hold it, you can't tell what I'm filming because my hand's shaky. If I had a camcorder, it'd be better, but I've got a little chicken planter there that just has some really darling violas in it. And up on the rock back there, those are some chicks and hens that managed to survive being eaten by real chickens and deer. Although one deer did take a big bite out of it recently. Okay. Trying to set the tripod down, not on my foot. Okay, so we've got a strawberry planter there. The big, where's my stick? Big terracotta strawberry planter. We usually don't plant strawberries in those. I don't know what flowers are on the top. They're an annual. They turned out really beautiful when they came back to life. I started shopping the clearance at Walmart. But they're really pretty. And I've got some violas planted. And some of the little wells. And then I've got that long sedum right there I got recently from Jerry, who's a local farmer gardener, and he says he's moving, so hopefully it's somewhere local because he gives amazing prices. And then all the little tiny sedums. Where's my stick? There. Those actually came from my grandma Kleckner's garden. And she passed away a few years ago, so it's nice to have some of her plants still in existing. And they're really beautiful. These, the little tiny sedums that you saw produce little white flowers. And I've also got a petunia back there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it though. I can't hardly see into the camera. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see it. See that dark purple petunia? Okay, so I'm going to try not to make y'all too dizzy. down here, this is just a little, I don't know what you call baby plants, a little sprout of this pink flower that I have that we had growing in our gardens back home for over 20 years. And they are pretty prolific at seeding themselves, and they never die down completely during the winter. They will lose their tall stems with flowers, but they keep the leafy bits all winter, so that's nice. I guess I should do down here first. Do down. Okay, so this is one of my newest favorite plants of the year, which I didn't buy any plants last year, so this is a geranium, but it's a special geranium. It smells like citronella, and I've been hunting for a citronella plant for years now, and I'm coming to the conclusion that I'll probably have to order it online. But one of my favorite scents is citronella, and I am often out here smelling this plant. Probably look pretty weird, but I'm always rubbing the leaves and smelling my fingers. You know, that's normal, right? Okay. And we're going up, go out a little bit. That's all that's going out. On that orangey rock, I've got some dwarf snapdragons. I didn't realize they were dwarfs when I bought them. And then I randomly... Amber, don't eat that bird. Let the finch be. Amber's thinking about eating a finch. Guess she's gonna let it survive. Okay. And in the larger pot, although you're probably not gonna be able to see it, in the larger pot it has some columbine that came from our old house, and I harvested the seeds this time. Columbine is really pretty good about reseeding itself. And the plants don't die off themselves. You know, the same plant will come back year after year. But because everything's in pots, the geraniums have been having a hard time. Or the columbine has a hard time reseeding. And we'll see how this works out here. What am I looking at? Okay, you're kind of sideways. I've got some sedums down in there and some miscellaneous flowers that I have no clue what they are. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Knocked over my geranium. Bad Chelsea. I'm gonna find a nice flower pot and bring that in during the winter. Because it says it will live longer than its growing season. So, okay. Thinking I should just hold it like this. Okay. So I've got some regular snapdragons here, and I don't know what this flower is. Kind of stays low and spreads out. It's got nice flowers though. This is a heather bush we got from Jerry's. We don't know what color it'll be, but hopefully it'll be nice. I'm not a huge fan of heather, but my mom likes it, so whatever she likes, she can have. And this is a gladiola bush. I got this from Walmart. Yeah, I paid $2 for this gladiola plant. Okay, let's see, what am I looking at here? Another strawberry pot. Has the violas in it, the sedums. And then this is a new plant that I got this year. Well, I got a lot of them this year, but I don't know what that plant is, but it's perennial and it's gorgeous and I like it. Okay. So we have native blackberries that grow here, but Jerry was selling raspberries, and then also, am I zoomed out? Nope. And then also orange raspberries, and here's a little pot of sedums that are flowering yellow. Here's a little plant. I don't know what it is. You know, Jerry tells me the names of most of the stuff, and I try and remember, and 5 seconds later I can't remember. I can't remember how big it grows. I can't remember if it spreads out or grows up. I can't remember if it flowers. All I know is that 99% of his stuff will come back year after year. So, but Jerry had ripped this. Jerry's a little kooky. And he had ripped this plant out of the soil. And this plant got really sad. So I told him to stick it back in the soil, because he was showing me the roots or something like that. And I took it home. And then this is a bush. Oh, I don't know what kind of bush. I'm just going to turn my camera so I can see it better. My mom wanted the bush. She said it grows, or he said it grows like twice that height and gets little white flowers on it. To me, it just looks like your general old suburbia bush. It wasn't appealing to me, but my mom really liked it, and he gave us all of his $5 pots. Believe it or not, this bush was only $5, but he lowered it down to $2. So, told her she could have the bush. I'd buy the bush. So, this is a strawberry pot that has some columbine growing out of it. Here's another strawberry pot that has columbine growing out of it. He's a very, I want to say, natural type of grower where, you know, he has his tables of plants, and plants often drop seeds into other pots, and so he'll have like pots and pots that have like 4 or 5 different types of plants in it, so that's pretty normal for him. Here's another strawberry pot down there that has this flower growing out of it. I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful, and I like it. Now this is a plant called Thrift that I got at Walmart, and I had bought this plastic bowl at the Dollar Tree, and I planted Thrift in it, and I planted a extremely gorgeous snapdragon in it, and my relatives decided to do a little surprise visit on me, and after they left, they ran over my pot and mutilated my snapdragon. Okay. So here's another example of a pot that has multiples growing in it. And then he told me these were all daylilies of some sort. And then here's another one of those plants, like the one he pulled out of the dirt. That's sprouting up in there. Amber. So these are Alaskan dandelions, and we, as with most people, have dandelions that grow native to our area, but these are Alaskans. So they're beautiful because they're orange. I don't know what this is. He said it was something, and he said it bloomed. So I took it. This is a Chewy. Yep, Spanish lavender plant. Got that for a good deal. So there's more daylilies and I don't know what this is. I asked him if it was a weed. He has a lot of beautiful weeds on his property, and I probably bought some plants that are weeds. Should we come over here? Okay, so this was a daylily pot. Is this a daylily? Is it? I don't know. I don't pay too much concerns with the names of things. If it grows good where I live and it's pretty, I buy it. There's strawberries that started sprouting out here, and then this is, I don't know what this is, but it's so furry you cannot feel the leaves. It's just fur. It feels like an animal's ear. And I have a mature plant that I bought that is this. More daylilies with random plants in it. Could be weeds. Maybe they're not. I don't know, but they're pretty. You got little purple flowers. So I bought this plant because the red clover, but there's lily in it and some other things. I don't know what they are. There's something prickly, so that may be raspberry or something. So over here, this is one that a plant that I transplanted out of the strawberry pot, and it's doing okay, but because it's so mature, it doesn't handle transplanting as well. But this is one of those fuzzy plants that from that little seedling that I showed you. And it's like some raspberry thorns have got me. This is a mature plant that has the super fuzzy leaves that you can't actually feel the leaves on. Those are awesome. Oops. Here's a plant that has some sedums in it. And possibly a weed, but extremely pretty, so it can stay. I'm only a third done showing you all the plants. I went a little bit bonkers this year, but a lot of the stuff I get from Jerry is either free or $1 a pot, so now in this bucket I've got the dwarf snapdragon, beautiful petunias, more snapdragon, Dusty Miller. I got some sedums down there. I'm not sure how well you can see that because I can't see into the screen at this angle. More of those fuzzy tall plants that came from my house with the pink flowers. And then here's some pots that I took out of the cabin that have sedums in it and various flowers that are beautiful. What's my time? I guess I'm gonna have to upload multiple videos. That's okay. This is a half-dead hydrangea that I bought my mother. I don't have any luck growing hydrangeas, which is silly because hydrangeas seem to be really successful for people around here except me. So I'm hoping I can bring it back to life, but it's looking kind of dead. Here's a pot of sedums. A lot of the stuff I haven't even planted yet because I don't have pots. I've pretty much taken all the pots out of the kitchen that aren't used. So that I repurposed into flower pots. But I'm gonna have to go thrift store shopping because flower pots at the store are just too expensive. Here's a plant. I don't know what it's called. Salvia. I've got a lot of these around here. They're cheap. This is a pepper plant. some type of squash. I don't remember what these are, but they're some type of trellising plant. My mom got these from one of her clients. This is a sedum, and I tried to separate this out so I could share it with friends. And the sedum you can't separate apparently. It's called a chocolate ball. And it's just one plant. So that kind of sucked. That's okay. Here's another pepper. We don't really eat squash and pepper, but the animals will eat squash. And I wouldn't mind using pepper in cooking. It's just my mom gets heartburn from it, so it's not something we regularly bring in. I don't know what this plant is. I think it's a hosta. Oops. My mom likes those, so got one. The place I buy my dog food from, they had 50% off their plants, so I got a really good deal on it. This is another white strawberry. Even though the white strawberries are unsightly, I will say this. They taste so much better than any of the species of red strawberry that I have. Amber, stop. And when they're done, they'll literally just fall off into your hand. And they're just incredibly sweet. So sorry about that. So I really enjoy them. They're tiny right now, but they're not really mature plants. Okay, so I've got some stuff in the wheelbarrow here. This is some type of mint. I didn't know it was mint. I saw these little purple flowers and fell in love with it, and he told me it was mint. And this mint plant is really strange because if you tear the leaf off and you really scrunch it up and really break out the oils, then you can smell the mint. But it's not strong like spearmint or peppermint or chocolate mint. It's seriously the lightest smelling mint I have ever smelled. So this plant might be good for if you just want a little hint of mint in your dish. I've got, here's a white strawberry. Just eat that. Yeah, really good. These are some hardy geraniums, so these come back year after year. They're perennial. This is a dragon blood sedum of some sort. And another one of these weirdo things. I don't know what they are, but he said they flower, so. I bought this, which is silly. This was a strawberry pot, but it's got some type of fern coming out of it. And I have a thing for ferns, so we've got native growing ferns here, but these are a different type of fern, and they're super cute. So, and then it's got some red clover in it too, so that's nice. Okay, the video is about to short out, so I guess I'll come back, and thanks for watching so far.